Hi, it's Chris at the Quilter's Nook, and we're here for week 2 of our Studio 180 technique series. And this week we're going to work on a technique called 8 at once. This is a way to get 8 half square triangles in with just one set of squares. All right, so we have those technique sheets available for you if you'd like to come in and pick them up. So to make 8 at a time, we have to start off with bigger squares. So I looked at my chart on my technique sheet and it told me what size squares I needed for the 4-inch finished blocks that I'm planning on using. To do this, we are going to, just like we did last week, we're going to draw lines corner to corner down one of our squares. So I've got my 2 squares here. Get this one out of the way for a second. And since this is longer than my magic wand, I'm going to use my regular ruler, and I am going to put the 1/4-inch line corner to corner on my block. And then I'm going to draw my lines. I'm going to turn him around, line that 1/4-inch back up. And you've also got, since you've drawn your line, you can put your half-inch line right on your drawn line if you'd like to too. And then we'll draw the other side. Okay. So now on this technique, we've got both pieces right sides together. We're going to pin them really well because they're big blocks. I usually put a pin in each section. And you're going to sew on all 4 of those drawn lines. Okay? We're not going to cut it apart like you would think. We're not going to cut it apart diagonally yet. First thing we're going to do is cut this in half, north to south. Okay? We're not going to cut on the diagonals. We're cutting down the centers. Okay, so we're going to find the center of our, let me turn it this way, center of our square, which for me I know is 5 inches, which is going to go right through the center of our block. And I'm going to trim that. And then I'm going to come back without moving my squares. I'm going to come back and measure 5 inches the other direction. And cut. Now you have 4 sets that you could consider half squares, right? So now we can cut each one of these corner to corner in between the lines that we made. So there's 2. 4. 6, and 8. So there's our 8 half square triangles with 2 squares. Not too shabby, huh? You can press your seams open. You can press them to one side, however it works for you, or whatever your directions tell you in your project. And then you'll go back, taking your tucker trimmer again. So I just finger pressed this, so don't yell at me. We're going to put our common diagonal again right through the center of on our seam line, and we're going to trim all of these guys up. So we got those 2 sides, and common diagonal going through the center, square up lines on the outside edge. And there you go. There's your half square triangle. And in no time, you have 8 of them at once. So if you have a project that uses a lot of the same fabrics and half square triangles, this is a good technique to use. Quick and easy. Hope you like that one. So let's see. Next week, I think we're going to do combination units. And those look like this. So next week, we'll do this unit. All right, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next week for more techniques.